back to our channel. I'm Candace.
And I'm Victor,
And this is Social Media Made Me Do It IRL,
where we inspire real lessons. In this video, we're going to talk about confidence, how we cultivate it, and we're going to provide you with practical tools that you can implement today to cultivate a little confidence in your life.
So, let's get into the video. Welcome back to our channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel already, click the subscribe button below and the bell for notifications for when we drop our next video. We're so excited today to talk to you a little bit more about confidence and how we cultivate confidence in our everyday life.
Confidence isn't something that you're born with. It's something that you cultivate over time.
Yep.
And that's something that we've come to learn as of recently, because we weren't always the most confident beings out there.
Nope.
We let things get in our way, we let judgment get the best of us, and we just weren't living our best lives.
And it's interesting because Victor and I have been talking, and we actually realized that confidence is more or less a choice. You have the choice to feel worthy. You have the choice to feel confident. You have the choice to feel higher self-esteem. So what is holding you back from feeling your most confident?
I think for me, what was holding me back from living my most confident self was that I feared what other people would think of me. As I mentioned, you're not born with these things. I think we're born as just a human being. We have the ability to be everything. We have the ability to be confident. We have the ability to be joyful, energetic, loving beings. But I think as time goes on, as we get older and we get thrown into society, something gets lost in the mix and we lose everything. We lose our confidence. We lose our, joy for life. We get shy. We get embarrassed. And this is not to say that this happens to everyone. I think there are very important factors that you have to kind of add into it. Like, where are you growing up? Who are the people you're surrounding yourself with? Who is your family? So those are some important factors to add in.
Your environment truly is kind of a key component, and if you have confidence too, because if you're around people who are making you feel like you're less than them, that's diminishing your confidence along the way. So I definitely agree with you that as we go through life, things just jump into our existence that make us feel as if we're not worthy and we're not these people that we want to be, when in reality, we have the power to make the decision on if we want to be who we want to be.
So yeah, it can go back to as when we're children. When we're children, we're experiencing life for the first time. In that case, when you're first entering public school, for instance, you're entering a whole new world. So now you're being faced with what could be seen as judgment. You could be faced with getting bullied. You can be faced with just a lot. And I think that's the key factor here is that life pretty much screws us up.
It does. It really does. Going to what you said, I can actually relate. I think up until like 8th grade, I had this very carefree, living life, didn't care what anybody thought. And then I got into high school and that's when things started to shift for me. That's when the universe was like, nope, you're going to get a taste of judgment. You're going to get a taste of bullying. And my whole entire life shifted because I was bullied. I was judged. I was in situations where I know I shouldn't have been, but I put myself there because I wanted to fit in, because it made me feel more confident in myself, and I was relying on others to give me validation. And in reality, I had the choice, but I didn't know it back then.
Nope. We didn't know that. That's something that you learn. That's something that maybe someone comes into your life and teaches you this new way of living, or maybe you just decide to go on YouTube and watch a video from 2 influencers in your life that can kind of show you the ropes, that you have a choice. You don't have to live in that state of fear or judgment or limiting beliefs, or that you're not worth it, because you are. Just have to believe it. It was a really good quote that it's a really old quote. A lot of people know it, from Henry Ford. Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't is the truth. Because again, you have a choice. So if you choose to believe you can't do it, then you can't do it. But if you choose to believe that you can do it, you can.
No, it's so true. And it comes down to self-esteem. comes down to you feeling worthy and having that underlying knowing that you're worth it and that you can do anything that you set your mind to. And it's with anything in your life. It's maybe in your relationship, it's in your business, it's in your friendships, it's in life in general. And I wish, and I always say this, that throughout our journey, maybe going through school, maybe just someone would have planted these seeds. And I don't know if they're planting these seeds now in the generations below us, but if you're watching this video right now, it's for a reason. It's because you're feeling like maybe you don't have confidence, you're looking to boost your self-confidence. And the way that Victor and I see it is that you kind of have to just go through life to realize what you did wrong and how to fix it, because that's what held you back from being as confident as you possibly could. For me, it was bullying. I know you've had a lot of different self-confidence scenarios in your life as well. And right now, looking back on everything, it's good to reflect. It's good to know like what we went through, because we're here right now being able to tell you about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm even thinking about like what we were talking about earlier, and how, you know, like you, I was also bullied in school too. I mean, we weren't bullied to the point where we were like going home crying.
Well, but maybe you weren't.
I mean, we had our moments, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, but we also had really good support systems. We had good friends in our lives. Like we had each other. And I feel like because we had each other, it almost kept us grounded in a sense. Because, you know, despite all the noise outside of us and all, you know, all the negativity, we were able to come back to people who cared about us. And I think that's what helped me keep my sanity. So tip number 1 out of this video is find yourself a support system that is going to lift you up, that cares about you, and that really wants to see you succeed. That's so important, because you are who you surround yourself with. So if you're surrounding yourself with people who are just talking negatively about you and life, and they don't really have a drive or passion or any goals, maybe you should minimize how long or how much you interact with them, and go out and search for people who are a little bit more aligned with where you want to be.
I always say hang out with people who you want to be like, because eventually you will be like them. Not to say you're going to mimic and be the same person, but you want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who don't want to see you doing worse than them, who want you to be at the same level as them, who are happy when you succeed even higher than them. I think that that's the reason why a lot of people don't have the confidence that they should have. It's because everyone is in competition with each other. You want those friends who are around you, who support you, who guide you, who are cheering you on. And when you're at your lowest, they're pulling you up instead of pushing you down.
And that leads me to tip number 2. You want to make sure that you're also getting some influence from the people who are doing better than you. If, you know, let's say Gary Vee, he's a good influencer who's in the game right now. Now, Gary Vee is someone that I am nowhere near, you know, the way kind of where he is in life and where I am in life. We're 2 different zones. But I look up to him because he is someone that is doing better than me. So I can kind of use him as a guideline to the kind of steps and directions I want to take that's going to kind of get me to where he is. Now, I don't want to live my life exactly like Gary Vee, but I do want to take the steps to success like he has to get me there.
And it's great to have, that's almost like a mentor too. It's great to have someone like that, because then you're learning from what they did wrong and you're able to implement those things in your life. And so I love being able to look up to all these different, I guess they're YouTubers or they're influencers. They used to be called celebrities. Now they're called influencers. It's very interesting how time shifts.
Yeah.
I love that 100%.
I think regardless of what it is, you know, it could be someone that's just literally your neighbor. They don't have to be someone of tremendous influence. They don't have to be on TV or in front of a camera. It could just be someone that really resonates with you and you kind of like the life that they're living. Use that as ammo. Use that as something that can really get you up there.
It's interesting because there's always a flip side to everything. And I think that a lot of the times when people are looking up to these people, they're almost feeling like not worthy enough. And when they're scrolling, they're comparing their situation where they are right now to where their influencer is in their journey. Stop comparing. Don't let their situation turn you down from trying to get there. It's possible. We all have our own path. We all have our own journey. And you're only seeing pieces. You're not seeing what Gary Vee did in the beginning. You're not seeing what he did in the middle. You're seeing where he is now because that's what's being shown more. So it's
Yep.
interesting just to see the process itself. So don't compare your spot right now with someone else's destination.
Yeah, because no one's posting their failures, and I know that's
Exactly.
kind of said a lot. I
It's
hear
true.
that statement a lot. About your own behaviors, do you post your failures online? And if you're nodding your head, yes, I do post my failures online. Well, that's cool, do it, but not everyone is doing that. And
Yeah.
regardless if they were, and their failures look less than your failures, like, oh wow, they had 5 failures, I had 8. Stop. Just
No, yeah.
stop. Everyone's on their own path. No one is on the same path. And even if you are on the same path, you got to think deeper. We have different genetics. We have different families. Like, just
Yeah.
nobody is exactly the same. So
Yeah.
just worry about your own success. Worry about your own life. Use people outside of you as resources for inspiration, motivation. But ultimately, it's you. You got to
Yeah.
make that choice. And I think also just appreciating the now. That's another way to really cultivate this sense of confidence. Appreciating what's being given to you. Anything, small, big, or anything in the middle.
And that brings us to tip number 3. Prepare yourself. So if you know you're about to maybe go on a video, you're going to probably want to dress up, maybe do your hair, your makeup. You're going to want to feel good because this is going to boost your confidence level. I know so many times I've gone out to like Dunkin' Donuts with my hair a mess, no makeup on, sweatshirt and a hoodie, and I'm just not feeling like good. And there's been times where the drive-thru was closed and now I have to go in. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh no, I'm not feeling confident. But if maybe I dressed up a little bit, did my face, did my hair, I wouldn't have been feeling like that low self-esteem walking into Dunkin' Donuts and feeling like people are looking at me. Because in reality, either way, nobody cares. Nobody is looking at you, but it makes you feel good. It gives you
right.
that self knowing that like you're feeling good today, I look good, I feel good, and that confidence just like it exudes through you and other people can feel it.
They say when you look good, you feel good. And I think
Yep.
that's so true. It's meant many times, when, for example, I don't have a haircut yet because who does have a haircut these days?
I know.
But, my thing is, I knew we were hopping on video. I wanted to kind of boost my confidence a little bit. So what I did was I just did my own little, like I shaved a little bit, got all the scruffies out. And it's not the best, but it did the work. I feel good. It boosted my confidence a little bit. And now I'm
Yep.
able to execute simple little changes.
Yeah.
And I think that could be down to tip number 4. Start with the small things. If you want to
Yeah.
boost your confidence, start small. Make sure that before you go out, you're looking good, according to you, not according to how
Yeah.
the world, sees what looking good is. If you want to go out mismatch and you want to wear an orange shirt and purple pants because you feel good, do it. Do it for
Yep.
you. Start small.
And to add to that, I would say for me, in order for me to boost my confidence in the morning, I listen to motivational speeches. I listen to someone who is going to hype me up so I feel the best I'm going to feel for right after I listen to that. And I love motivational talks such as like Eric Thomas. He really gets me feeling like, okay, I can do anything today. The world is at my feet. I got this. This is how it's going to be. And I know everyone has been asking me, how are you so confident? And that's a key component. Like, listen to people who inspire you. Get inspired so then you can inspire.
Definitely what Candace just said. Listen to people who are inspirational. There's podcasts, there's YouTube channels. If you get YouTube Premium, you can listen to these motivational videos without even being on the app, which is really, really cool. There's Instagram. There's so many outlets out there for you
Yeah.
to boost your overall confidence.
So instead of like going for your morning drive and listening to the radio, turn on, like he said, a podcast, maybe an audio book. It's just these little things that you do even in the start of your morning. Wake up, have it playing in the background. There's a movie, and I forgot what it's called, and I think Tiffany Haddish is in it. And in the morning, it's just all uplifting, confident music coming out, them telling her she's the best, she could do anything that she puts her mind to. And then as you see throughout the video, she's like confident, she's a boss lady, and we're like, okay, I want to be like that. And so I started implementing that into my life as well. And I think that's how I got as confident as I am. I don't know. How did you get as confident as you are?
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely was a factor in to your confidence levels. I mean,
Yep.
like we mentioned, there's a factor of things that contribute to your level of confidence. It doesn't happen overnight. So, if you get all dressed up today and then tomorrow you expect to feel and be confident, it probably isn't going to happen if that hasn't been your belief system for a long time. Now, you can wake up the next morning and act as if you are confident and fake it till you make it, but that's something that you're going to start believing and really feeling as time goes on.
I think it all stems down to feeling worthy and having a higher self-esteem, because we all get into our low places at time, and it's kind of how do you pull yourself out, and that's where confidence kind of jumps in, and you got to get yourself confident enough to do something. So if you're not feeling worthy, just know that you are worthy. Maybe start doing daily affirmations. Maybe start cultivating these things into your life, because even for myself, this has helped me get confident. I tell myself every morning, like, you got this. Like, nothing's going to get in your way. Small things might jump into your existence that you don't want to be there, but you got this. And for me, that's helped with my confidence level, because I have this underlying knowing that things are going to work out, best case scenario. And so if you kind of just even take that line, things are going to work out, best case scenario, and put that into like your morning routine, and watch how things unfold. Watch how your confidence level starts to maybe arise throughout the day, where if you see something that was going wrong, instead of like diminishing how you feel, things are working out best case scenario. And you feel yourself you feel it. You literally feel it in your body, like, oh, I got this. My confidence is going up.
And that goes down to tip number 5. Embrace whatever happens to you. If you wake up in the morning and you set this intention for yourself, today is going to be an amazing day. I am worthy, I am confident, nothing can get me down. Let's say you walk out the door, everything just got you down. You tripped down the stairs, you spilled your coffee that you had in your hand because you had a coffee. You went to your car, your tire is popped, and your cell phone battery is dead. You forgot to charge it overnight. And you have to be in work in 10 minutes. You were running late. That is the recipe for disaster, and that can really shift your whole mood, your whole level of confidence, and just bring you down like a world of just fucked upness.
Yeah.
How are you going to handle that? Remember,
well,
you set these intentions.
I think that starts from having the awareness first. The awareness of the situation, the awareness of, okay, this is happening right now.
Be aware that shit happens. Life is not out to get you, because life is just life. There is no person that is life saying ha 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 ha. Like, awareness is key.
Yeah.
And now remember, what were the intentions that you set this morning or last night? You said that you're confident. You said that you can handle anything life throws at you, and that you're going to have the best day ever, or whatever, anything along those lines. It could still happen. Just because these situations are occurring right at the start of your day, the best, right? You can still choose to rock the day. You can say, all right, this is not what I planned, but what I did plan was to keep my cool, keep my confidence, and through that, you can cultivate some changes. You can call your job, say you're going to be a little late. Call AAA if you have it, or, whatever the case is, and take the steps you need to take and embrace it. Embrace it all, because you're still alive, you're still breathing, and that's a little dose of mindfulness for you. But really, it starts with the small things, and just knowing that if you set an intention, you can still go along with your intention, even if shit hits the fan. It's all a choice.
So you have the choice. As Victor mentioned in his scenario, you have the choice to either get really mad at what's going on, or, you know what, letting it work out. It's going to work itself out, best case scenario, and going on with your day. And I think confidence is truly, truly, truly the key component, and almost keeping your vibes high, keeping your vibes cool, because once something goes wrong that's in your existence, there's always a shift. You could feel it inside of your body. You could feel it externally. Sometimes when I'm making that shift from like really confident to like, I feel like shit, I feel it. I feel like I'm almost seeing blurry, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is happening right now. And I'm aware. I'm really aware of it. I understand what's happening, but I'm letting it play out. And that's one thing that Victor always says, is just be aware that it's happening. Don't push it to the side. Just understand it's there and work through it. And confidence, I kid you not, has got me and Victor behind the camera to do this channel. Confidence has got Victor and myself to create an Instagram page. It has gotten us to do all these amazing things. So I have to ask you, what is holding you back specifically that we can help you with to cultivate confidence into your everyday existence?
Yeah, because even though we're making it seem like it's these little steps and it's a choice, it's difficult. It's difficult when you're all alone and you don't have someone to kind of support you or guide you. So even if the smallest of things, like learning how to accept the day for what it is, or having someone just reach out to you and say, hey, your outfit looks good. Whatever it is, reach out to us, because we want new friends, and we can definitely appreciate you in our life, and we would love to be your friend.
Yes.
So we're definitely willing to help another friend out, for sure, because we know how it feels to live a life that's just not true to you, and a life that just doesn't feel good.
Yeah. And adding on to what you said, because you just made me remember something. I did this challenge a while ago, and it was give out as many compliments that you can. Make them genuine. Give these compliments out and feel really good when you're giving them out, because they're going to come back to you tenfold. So now you're feeling confident giving these compliments, and now you're going to feel even more confident when they come back. I remember I did this in my head. You don't even have to say it out loud. I was at Walmart and I was like, oh my God, these girls, her shoes are so cool. I want them. So in my head, I'm like, I love your shoes. Walking through the aisle, I'm like, oh, okay. I like her hair. Oh my God, her hair is so pretty. Saying these compliments in my head rather than out loud was making me confident. And in return, people were actually giving me verbal compliments back. I'm like, what is happening right now? How is the universe doing this? So I was like, this is almost a game for me. And you could turn this into a game, kind of boost your confidence level doing it as well.
When you're able to give someone love, you notice that you also get that love in return in different ways. It may not be the way that you expect it. Like, wow, I complimented some girl on her white shoes and no one complimented me today on my white shoes. It's like, you have to let that idea and belief go, because life is never as it seems. Things don't just happen exactly how you want it. But things do manifest in a way that will serve you. You just have to, be open-minded to it and really embrace everything for what it is, even if someone is not giving you a compliment back.
The message that I really strongly am stressing throughout this entire video is self-worthiness. For me, I think that was the breaking point. For once I started to feel worthy, I was able to cultivate confidence. And so everything that we're saying to you, it took us time to be in this position right now. It didn't happen overnight. So I'm grateful that we're able to be here and to share this message with you. And everything that Victor is saying is so spot on that throughout your journey, after watching this, start being more aware of situations that are happening. Start being aware of what you're doing. Start being aware of your choices, because you have the choice. You have the choice.
Reach out to us. We would love to talk to you on a personal level and really see what it is that's affecting you, your happiness, your confidence. Let us know. And if you're not confident enough to reach out, maybe drop a comment down below. Leave a heart to let us know that you want us to reach out to you. And that'll be a perfect way to get this started, because you are not alone. You have people out here who care about you, and we don't even really know you yet, but we care about you, because we know that if you're watching this video and it's resonating with you and you want to cultivate some kind of change, then you are our kind of people. So of course, we have love for you.
And with that being said, thank you so much for watching our video. And if you have not subscribed yet, click the subscribe button below and the bell for notifications. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, because we're always active. And if you can't get a hold of us on YouTube, which we know you probably can, send us a message on Instagram, send us a DM on Facebook, because we're always available.
Yeah, we're always online. Social media made us do it.
And with that being said, Victor, you want to close us out?
Namaste.